For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Erica Cooper is suing Marissa Jones in the amount of $838. Ms. Cooper claims she showed Ms. Jones a receipt on her phone while making a return and says the shop owner slapped the phone out of her hand and needs to replace it.
Okay, Ms. Cooper, your phone was damaged, and you believe the defendant, Ms. Jones, is responsible.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Tell me what she did.
So I am a frequent customer of the defendant's store, and I came in to make some purchases. I'm about to go on vacation in the Bahamas, and she has some incredible, swimwear and other timeless accessories. And so I went in, made some purchases about a week before the incident. I went back to return about half of them. I did not have my receipt.
Okay, so you're a frequent customer, no?
Yes.
So you know the return policy?
Yes. So in the past, Your Honor, she has allowed me to at least exchange items without a receipt.
Okay, but what is the return policy?
I believe the policy is that you do need a receipt, but we see each other around town, we know each other.
Okay, but still, what's a return policy? You need a receipt. So she just let you do it a couple times, bring something in?
Yes.
What, you exchanged, or?
Yes, I exchanged. In this case, the items didn't fit, so I was hoping I could at least exchange for some new items. I came up to the new employee that she had, and the new employee simply dismissed me, and so I asked if I could see the owner.
What do you mean dismissed you?
She told me the policy, and I kind of just wanted to talk to the owner because I knew that she would have
So
some
she basically
leniency.
said, sorry, the policies, you need an original receipt in order for me to return.
But
so that's not dismissing you, that's just telling you this is the policy, and you knew she was new, so she's going to stick by the policy. She doesn't want to get fired.
Right, but I also like to say that the customer is always right.
Not in this case.
Well, in this scenario, I asked to see the owner, and she came out, and we discussed things. I was very shocked that she was not having, the same kindness towards me that she did in the past.
What, 2 times that she let you return things or exchange things without a receipt?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor. Things got a little bit heated. I was just...
Here's where the emotional temperature spikes. Erica insists she didn't raise her voice, but listen carefully to the judge's framing. Volume isn't the only measure of aggression. Persistence, tone, and refusal to disengage matter just as much. The judge calls out a critical misunderstanding. The customer is always right does not apply in a courtroom. It doesn't even apply in retail. That phrase has been legally misused for decades. What matters now is behavior. Erica was told no. She complied, briefly. But instead of cooling off, she re-entered the situation already emotionally charged. That return changes everything. This moment sets the stage for why the court later focuses on personal space, escalation, and reasonableness rather than just the phone damage.
A little bit
Did you get
frustrated.
angry? Did you yell?
I did not raise my voice at all, but I was just a little bit frustrated. I was trying to, get my point across. Sometimes you have to be a little bit stern. So she told me to leave, and I did listen, and I left. And I was talking to my boyfriend on the phone, and I noticed that I had a picture of the receipt on my phone. So I came back into the store. I found her and the new employee, folding linens, and I went up to them, and I showed them the receipt, and she just whacked that right out of my hand.
Oh, wow. So can you show me how you showed her the phone? Cinder, could you walk over there and just exactly how you did
So I
it?
just grabbed it, I said, hey, this is my receipt. And she just, exactly that.
Wow. So you were that calm, that passive.
I was very collected.
And she just swiped the phone that way. Wow, that's troubling.
It is.
Really troubling. Miss Jones, why would you do that to one of your best, most frequent customers?
Your Honor, that is not how it went down.
Okay, I imagine so. Why don't you tell me your version of the story?
So on this particular day, I had a new employee, and the plaintiff rushed in rudely to her and demanded that she
She said she was being very firm. Very firm.
Well, I would maybe accept that if my employee didn't come in the back and get me with tears in her eyes. And I know that human nature tells if somebody comes in with tears, they're afraid something.
Something. Okay, so she explains to you.
Now the narrative widens. This is no longer just Erica versus Marissa. It's about an employee caught in the middle. Tears in the back room matter. Fear matters. Small business owners have a legal and moral obligation to protect their staff. When an employee is visibly shaken, the owner's response becomes justified intervention, not overreaction. This is also where motive enters the analysis. Marissa isn't acting out of spite, she's acting out of pattern recognition. Courts take repeated behavior seriously, especially when it affects business operations. At this point, the judge is no longer weighing credibility evenly. She's watching consistency.
Ms. Jones, I told this customer of yours that I can't take a return or exchange without the original receipt.
Yes.
And what did she say? She said the defendant acted.
She said that she tried to tell her nicely that I'm just doing my job, I'm doing what I was trained to do, and that I need a physical receipt. And she wouldn't accept it. You know, she was insulting and rude and condescending and belittling. And
so then you came out. Was she still acting that way?
She toned it down a little, I could feel.
Did you hear her from the back talking to her?
Yes.
Oh, so you heard her, you heard Ms. Cooper speaking that way, being insulting and condescending to this young girl.
Yes, and I had several incidences where the first one, she wanted to return one item without the receipt, and I said, okay. And then the next time she came in with more items, and I just had this sense that there's going to be this pattern. I'm a small business owner. I make my own money. I don't rely on anyone. I spent 12 years building this company, and it's like I can't afford to have people constantly do that. So I said, okay, I won't refund it, but I will exchange it. And she looked at me like we had an agreement. She was getting what I was saying. And so I exchanged her items, and then she left. Like a bat out of hell.
Coming up on Justice for All.
So how close did she get up to you?
Like, boom, right like that.
Your Honor, I wanted to make sure she could see the phone.
So right in
see
your
the receipt.
face. I mean, you know, technically that's like an assault.
And later,
he offered me a proposal package. It included champagne, cake, and a videographer.
So really the videographer is the most important part.
I would agree with that, Your Honor.
Okay.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Erica Cooper, who is suing Marissa Jones for property damage.
Explain to me how she came back. Was she still frustrated and kind of rude and huffy and puffy when she left?
Yes.
And then when she came back in, she had the receipt. She says that you and the new employee were folding linens. So where were you in the store?
So we were over kind of in the corner, about 15 feet into the store.
Is that the back? Is that a private area of the store? Or is it still? Okay. So she comes straight in for you guys at the corner of the store.
Yes. And I when she flew that door open, I knew it was her.
Okay.
And she comes in, I'm showing Josie, my cashier, you know, how to do clothes, and we both like whipped around like, oh my goodness. And she steadily ran up to me and threw the phone in my face saying, I have the receipt. And again, it's not a digital receipt. You know, she really wanted to press home that I have a receipt. And it's like, I can't keep bending the rules.
Yeah,
I'm trying to show.
So how close did she get up to you?
In my face.
In your face?
In my face.
Okay. Like she literally put it in your face?
Yes.
Can you show Cinder how to do that?
Are you sure?
How close?
I'm good. Like, boom, right like that.
Wow.
Like right there.
All right. Thank you, Cinder.
That was close.
Your Honor, I wanted to make sure that she could see. Your Honor, I wanted to make sure she could see the
So
phone.
right
see
in
the
her
receipt.
face. I mean, you know, technically that's like an assault.
Your Honor, I did
Getting
not touch
into her
her.
space. Like, did it touch like your nose?
Did not
I
touch
felt
her.
the heat of it.
Did not
Like
touch her.
all to return closed because you didn't have your receipt. You could have just gone home and gotten your receipt.
Yes,
I
Your
mean,
Honor.
the rules are the rules for a reason. Bring your receipt. If you don't have your receipt, you can't return or exchange. You got 60 days, 90 days. Those are the rules. You're not more special than any other customer. She already told you no once. So you had to come back in and shove your phone in front of her face to show that you had the receipt. It was still not the original receipt. So what was the purpose of you shoving your phone in her face? What happened when she shoved the phone in your face?
I was startled, and I asked her nicely, please don't put that phone in my face. And her voice kept getting louder.
And the phone was still there?
Yes. And so I stepped back to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she did it again. She did it like 2 or 3 more times. And the 4th time, I was like, whoa. I threw my hands up.
Erica insists the phone slap was intentional. But intent alone doesn't decide liability. The law asks, what caused the situation? Judge Perez methodically dismantles the selective memory here. You don't get to erase your own actions and isolate the other person's response. Courts reject that logic outright. This is a powerful lesson in accountability. You own your role in escalation. And if your behavior creates a reasonable fear response, consequences follow, even if property is damaged. This is no longer a phone case. It's a conduct case.
Like, this conversation's over. You have escalated it so high that
Did she keep getting angrier and angrier?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was scared.
Okay, and then what happened? So you flipped the phone off of her, or what did you do?
So she was so upset that her hand was shaking that she didn't have a good grasp, and I actually bumped her hand when I threw my hands up, and it went flying on the ground.
I see. And then it broke.
Yes.
Did she come back in and tell you that you needed to pay for the new phone? Or
Oh,
what
no,
did she
right then and there, she was like, you need to pay for my phone.
And you said, no.
No, I'm not. Absolutely not. You cannot disrespect me, my young employee, this fabulous business, which I have really cool clothes, you know, in front of all potential customers and all of that. And she left.
Anything else, Ms. Cooper?
Your Honor, I just wanted to say that I believe it was intentional. She purposely did that. She was trying to prove a point at that point.
What was intentional?
Her slapping the phone out of my hand. It was intentional.
And your phone in hand in her face 3 or 4 times was not intentional?
It was intentional because I wanted to make sure she could see
Oh,
the
okay.
receipt.
All right. Okay.
I don't
So we should erase everything you did, right?
Yes.
And just only consider what she did,
Yes.
right? That makes sense in your world, but not in this world. So based on the evidence, I will deny your claim for $838 because I find that you did not act reasonably. And technically, in a way, you kind of assaulted her, right? So in theory, she defended herself. She asked you nicely not to put the phone in her face. If you put that phone as close in that face, I would have done the same thing on the first try. I wouldn't have been as patient as she was, because that is an invasion of my privacy. And to do it 3 times, and if you were that escalated and that emotional, I would have been afraid, even though it's just a phone. You could have slapped me, you could have hurt me, because obviously that was your demeanor that day. So that's what I would have done. So you have to suffer the consequences. You have to look at yourself in the mirror first and say, what did I do wrong? Because you cannot erase what you did wrong or erase the image in the mirror and only look at the other side. It doesn't work that way. Life does not work that way, okay? So based on that, I will deny your claim in the amount of $838. Good luck.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Final thoughts.
This isn't just a loss of $838. It's a loss of credibility. The judge's words echo longer than the ruling itself. When a court tells you to look in the mirror, that's not legal language, that's life advice backed by law. This verdict reinforces a universal truth. Being a customer doesn't make you immune from accountability.
I mean, you're lucky I shop small, and you'll be lucky to have a customer as good as me ever again.
If only you could hear what you're saying.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Coming up on Justice for All.
She gets up very abruptly in the chair, goes flying backwards, trips someone. Mr. North drops my phone to try to catch the person.
Now, if being a hero is a crime, lock me up,
Okay.
Your Honor.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Wes Dune is suing Frank North in the amount of $329. Mr. Dune claims the engagement package he purchased from Mr. North included a professional video and says the defendant used his phone to film it and damaged it.
Mr. Dune, I understand that you recently got engaged, no?
I would hope that to be the case.
So you didn't get engaged?
No. She said,
okay.
she unfortunately said no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even brought that up.
No, it's all good.
So, but the engagement has something to do with this case, right? And that's why
Correct.
we're here suing the defendant for $329.
Correct, Your Honor.
Explain what happened.
Me and my then girlfriend took our first ever date about 2.5 years ago now
Okay.
to the Silver Spoon Chalet. And it was a sentimental place. So about a week before I wanted to propose, I went to the restaurant. I went to Mr. North. He offered me a proposal package for about $300. I thought that was a great deal, that it included champagne, cake, and a videographer. And I thought it was a really wonderful deal.
Yeah,
for
that's a
$300 to
really- yeah.
have a videographer, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you took him up on his offer. Is this something, Mr. North, that you offer quite often, an engagement, a proposal package to your customers?
Yeah, we have this package. It's everything the plaintiff said is true.
So it's dinner, champagne.
Champagne, but I would put adjectives of beautiful dinner, luxurious desserts.
Okay.
I mean, and a videographer.
Fine champagne and a
Beautiful.
videographer.
It's amazing.
Okay, all right. So really the videographer is the most important part, right? Because you're going to be documenting the engagement for the couple.
I would agree with that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Coming up,
Was she happily surprised?
No, she was stunned and not too ecstatic
Okay.
that I wanted to do it right then
All
and
right.
there.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Wes Dune, who is suing Frank North for property damage.
So on the day of the engagement, what happened, Mr. Dune?
We got to the restaurant. He seats us to our table, and as he's walking us, he asks for my cell phone.
So he asked for your cell phone. Is your cell phone locked? Do you have a passcode?
Well, you can hit the little camera button on the bottom.
That's true.
Right,
Sorry,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
right. I should have known that. Okay, so he asked for your phone. You gave it to him, thinking, okay, there's a reason. I trust this guy. He knows what I'm doing.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have dinner. You're about to pop the question. What happens?
I get down on one knee, about to propose, and my girlfriend realizes what I'm doing. She freaks out. The chair that she was sitting in, she gets up very abruptly in the chair, goes flying backwards, and trips someone that was walking back from the bathroom.
Was she happily surprised?
No, she was stunned and not too ecstatic
Okay.
that I wanted to do it right then
All
and
right.
there. And Mr. North drops my phone to try to catch the person that my girlfriend at the time tripped.
Now, if being a hero is a crime, lock me up,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, so obviously there was no videographer there because you were going to have to film it yourself because no videographer.
Yes.
Did you tell him beforehand there's no videographer?
The videographer is one of our servers.
Okay.
So whether the server does it or I do it, it's really, I thought it was a moot point.
This is Contract Law 101. Disclaimer clauses don't protect someone when they personally breach the agreement. The moment the restaurant substituted a server for a videographer, the contract shifted. And once the defendant...
In the contract, it says that I would have gotten like a professional camera.
Exactly.
And that
That's
would
not
come
professional.
with it. No.
Okay. Then what happened, Mr. Dune, after that?
At that moment, I'm like, the last thing I care about is the phone. I'm kind of just talking about a shattered phone. I have kind of a shattered heart, honestly.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
All right, so he had to get, these phones are very expensive.
Yes.
Right? Anything to do with these phones are very expensive. Right?
May I mention something that's in the contract in paragraph, the fourth from the bottom? If I could take a moment, Your Honor, thank you. The restaurant will not be responsible for any damages, injuries, or losses that may occur during or as a result of services.
That's a great clause to have, but it's irrelevant to what happened because technically your contract was void because when you did not have the videographer, the contract, you breached the contract. So it's a very logical conclusion since you physically held the phone and you dropped it, therefore you're responsible for it. It's just very straightforward. So based on the evidence, I will rule in favor of the plaintiff because the defendant held the phone and he dropped the phone and caused the damage, okay? So based on the evidence, your claim will be awarded in $329, Mr. Dune. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Today's courtroom delivered a powerful message across two cases. Intent doesn't erase impact, and emotion doesn't override law. In the first case, escalation erased entitlement. In the second, contract breaches erased disclaimers. Judge Cristina Perez applied the law consistently, focusing on reasonableness, control, and accountability. If you found these cases as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns where everyday behavior meets real legal consequences.